are listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
Are we live now? Can you hear me? I don't understand what's going on. I can't hear anything that's playing. I can't even hear it now. And it's on. I don't understand why I can't hear. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm not so sure. Just let me know. I'm going to have to try something real quick. I don't understand what's going on. Why I can't hear audio. Hold on, let's see. I can't hear it. What the I can't do this. This is terrible. I can't hear the video playing.
The Huygens
right
dive
now.
into Titan is the most distant landing ever attempted.
And that doesn't make sense. This has never happened before. Yeah, you guys can, but I can't. Isn't that weird? That makes no sense. Hold on. I can't hear anything. Hold on. I can't even hear my own show. Let's see. I can't hear my own shit. I'm going to try something real quick. I'm going to unplug the mic and plug it back in. This is bizarre. Hold on. I'm actually going to leave for I don't know why the mute button was doing that. See, something's going on, man. Check the cables. The cables shouldn't, it's not that. It's not. Cables just don't unplug. Especially when they can't be reached. I'm going to play a video for you. I'm going to grab a video and play it real quick while I do something real quick. I may have to restart my computer, which won't take long at all. So I'm going to grab a video that I know I can play that we won't get dinged on. So let me pull it up. And I will, I mean, it won't even be 5 minutes. So let me pull this up. I'm going to give you a video that we haven't seen in a while. Maybe something from this is weird. This is really strange. Okay. You hear the thunder? We're having major thunderstorms too. You hear it? All right. I can't hear this, and I'm getting a little bit angry. I am. I'm getting angry. I'm getting a little bit mad, to be honest. A little bit. Just a little. I can't hear anything, but it is what it is. Oh wait, I got sound. It just came on. It just came on out of nowhere. How's that possible? How is this possible? Yes, I can hear. Come on, man. Let's make sure it works. How does that just start all out of nowhere?
I'm Rich Giordano from GoofOn, and here is today's report.
All right, hold on a sec. I'll be right back.
Anthony from Unidentified S4 on YouTube has done it again with a few new sightings. We're going to take a look at those and some strange weather anomaly captured from the ISS. So buckle up, get ready for a ride. Here we go.
Got 3. Wow. What a night. What a night. Got 3. Wow. What a night. What a night.
This is very difficult because we've seen these in the past. Similar, not these, but things with night vision, the green screen, that look. And a lot of people seem to believe that these are birds. I don't think these are birds, not in Anthony's situation. They're a little fast, and they really hold their line, and when they went by the big star, I didn't see any flapping wings. Look, it goes right over this, and you don't see any flapping wings. Maybe it's not perfectly in focus, I don't know, but nothing.
Can you believe? Out of the hundreds, if not 1,000 videos I choose an Anthony S. Ampari one. What are the odds of me just randomly picking a video of a hoaxer? I don't even know if he shot that video. Who knows? He probably borrowed it from somebody else and made it his own. But I thought that was weird. All right. Welcome to the show. I won't be doing roll call to save some time, so I just want to welcome everybody here. Thank you for hanging out. Sorry we're a little late, but we're getting inundated with thunderstorms and, power on and off. It was fine. That's not what it was. But for some reason, when I tried logging into StreamYard, I couldn't get in. And then I backed out of it, closed it out, reopened it up, and then I was in. And you don't need to sign in or anything. You just hit Enter Studio and you go in. But I hit Enter Studio and it just stayed on the screen that was trying to transfer me over. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it has anything to do with the storms outside, but welcome to the show. We're going to do some listening in on some secret NASA transmissions. This was sent to me today by a listener. I can't remember who. Sorry. I'm looking you up. I think it was Bernie. Who sent me this one. Let me see. It was, Bernie G. Thank you. I'm going to pull it up. I was waiting. It's a documentary, so by UFO TV, I believe. I don't know. It's from 2001. I'm going to play a few excerpts from this when we talk about it, but I really can't play more than seconds. So I have some of these already marked and where I need to listen to the transmission so we can just hear what they were saying. There's also a sighting that they captured. I don't know if it was in the movie, but man, this movie is really good. Bernie sent this to me, and there's some sightings in there that I have never seen before. And they're really good, and some old ones that I've seen. But this movie's really good. If you haven't seen it, I mean, you get chock full of sightings, NASA transmissions. The Smoking Gun is what it's called. The Secret NASA Transmissions, The Smoking Gun. It's an hour and a half long. It's pretty freaking good. And we'll go over some of that. And some sightings that from NASA, some that I just randomly saw that... Oh. Wow. I saw the flash and thought it was the computer, the light on the back of my computer. It was lightning. It was so close. Holy crap, I'm going to die. I might die. And that would be great for ratings. Oh, I'll be back, but yeah, don't worry about that. All right, so with that being said on what we're going to be anything else that we talking about? What else am I doing? Oh, yeah, 10,000 cattle were brutally murdered. No, not at one time, but very, very close to one time. Ranchers have been reporting out in like Kansas area and shit like that, that their cattle, I think in this one night, like they all reported them dying at the same time, I believe it was. It was something like 10,000 cattle. Hold on, let me pull it up. Huh. I must have it here. I don't remember right now. Let me see. But wow, I mean, talk about having 10,000 cattle just boop, gone. It's like, what's his name? Snapping his fingers? Who was that guy? I don't know. I'm looking for it here. 10,000, 10,000. I know I have it here. I want to talk about it. We're going to look at secret hidden message. I don't know if we talked about that. Hold on. Shuttle commander. That's at 40 seconds. That's at 15. This has to be UFOs. Oh, wow. I've got some good shit to show you. Have you ever heard of an alien ship, R1? Has anybody ever heard of the R1? I believe I'm saying that right. There could be an alien spacecraft hiding in the Kuiper belt. That's the asteroid belt. Yeah. Can you... This is a great story, and I'm going to play that here in a minute, too. Well, who knows when, but I'll play it. I'm looking for the 10,000. Oh, I remember now. It was a... Here it is. They did not die of extreme heat, says Robbie Starbuck. I talked to multiple ranchers since I saw this video, one from Kansas, and they all say this needs to be investigated ASAP to get to the bottom of this, because there's no way heat caused 10,000 cattle to drop dead. This is not normal. You got to do the Lou Elizondo, fake audience. Oh, wow. And I got to tell you, I don't know where the video is that this guy's talking about. I don't know. Maybe it was the aliens. You know who needs to investigate that? Says Dark Sky Files on I see him replying here. We need Linda Moulton Howdy Doody Fresh and Fruity on the case. Remember when Linda Moulton Howe used to get out in the field, get her feet full of shit, and just walk in it? She was boots in the ground. Yeah. That was Linda Moulton Howe. She was boots in the ground. She was stepping in it, literally and physically. Well, that's literally. Hey, Michael R27 with the $14.20 super dono. No comment, no sticker. And I forgot to say, it is, you can support the show, just like this. PayPal, Cash App too. All the links are in the description. You are the first one of the day, my friend. You know what that means? I hope you can hear me. Yes, Michael R27, $14.20. I see the joke. To a call back on smoking weed. Yeah, that's me, baby. That was a weird recording. Thank you very much. Mucho gusto, generoso. You are a continuing supporter of Goof On. I almost said subscriber. I do that almost every time. Every time. What's up, Randy? How you doing, huh? I see you there. Talking up a storm. Tim Freestone. Samo. Lisa. Dinkum. Coral. Carl. Shane. Love. I'm just skipping through real quick, getting my hellos in one way or another. What was I talking? Oh, these 10,000 cattle. Yeah, if Linda Moulton Howdy Doody Fresh and Fruity can get her boots out there. I mean, 10,000, that's a lot of dead cows. That's sad. They just dropped dead. So you have to wonder, was it lightning? No. Could have been, right? It could have been. 10,000 though? That'd have to be hell of a... I mean, I've never heard of this happening before. 10,000. Not 2, not 7, not even 17. 10. If they would have said 1,000, I would have been, holy shit, 1,000? 10,000? Just something's going on. Yeah, obviously. No, nothing's going on, Rich. Cattle drop dead all the time like that. Nothing's going on. Of course something's going on. Could it be aliens? No, I'll tell you what it is. You ready? COVID. Oh, I'm sorry. COVID. COVID. Yeah. COVID-18. Sorry, 20. COVID. COVID-20. I can't even do this. I should just hang it up. We should just go. But 10,000 cattle, that's a lot of meat. That's sad. I hope there were no young cattle. What do they call young cattle? Calves? Hope there were no calves. It's always sad when the calves get killed. It's a tale of two calves. I mean, halves. I don't know why 10,000 cattle just dropped dead, but it might have been out in that area. Maybe it was, no, it wasn't tornadoes. Nope. I'm looking for something. That's why it got dark. I hate that it gets dark. I need to open up that. Hold on. I want to see something. Hold on. 10,000 cattle drop dead. Okay, here's a video. Oh, there's a couple of them. I'm looking for a good one. All right, well, we'll go with the... I'm looking for a news one. Here we go. We'll do this one. I don't know, man. I'm just picking this up random. I think this is interesting because it has a lot to do with the field we're in. If 10,000 souls were taken from these cows, are the aliens soul keepers? Huh? Now, I learned something a while back that I shouldn't be playing these videos on a large screen. When it comes to UFO dots, I will play them on a bigger screen, but I have to do it on a small screen. And when I get to OBS, it'll be half. I'll make it half. But for now, we'll watch and see what happened to these poor friggin' moo-moos. I can still hear. It's so great. Oh, look at them. They're beautiful. Such a loving creature.
Hey everyone, 10,000 cattle killed in one night. Is this another attack on our...
That, I have to bring it up. And I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. But that bottom lip seems a little swollen.
Food supply. Let's
Isn't
go
it?
over some...
Yeah, that is... Oh, no. Look how sad I made him. He's sad about his poor little cattle. All right, Cactus Ropes.
Important information.
Thousands of cattle dead after extreme heat and high humidity scorched parts of southwest Kansas last week.
Look at that.
High humidity.
Look at them. They stopped. They just put them there. Hooves up. Holy shit.
Southwest Kansas last week.
Oh, man, that's sad. I hate this, man.
And weekly tips and how-tos. Be sure to hit
Look
the
at where this guy
notification bell.
lives. Look at that frickin' scene. Oh, man, I love that
So you
shit.
guys stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. Wow, talk about a bad week in Kansas. Reports are saying that there's over 3,000 head of cattle dead.
I didn't realize
the
it was this
possibility
type
of
of
over
channel.
10,000 head of cattle killed. What's going on? This is way too weird.
Well, he said killed. They weren't killed. Nobody went around there and did Dexter overnight, right? Nobody did a Dexter. Boop, meh, boop, meh. Do you know why I have you on this table? Do you know why? You have 6 udders. And you let one of the runt die. You have to pay for your sins. And scene.
For it to be just
Dexter
a
the
natural
cow,
event. So
the
in this
cow
video, I'm
killer.
going to go over a few facts, what's reported, what's going on, some theories about...
This guy's just
one
too
of them.
close to the camera for me. I can't do this anymore. I can't. I mean, all right, cows are dead. BOOHOOMOOMOO. All right, they didn't die because of aliens. The heat got them. Their souls are gone. And that guy's too close to the camera. God, I can't. I got to take him off. Take him off. He's too close. I can't stand it. Oh, man. You know what I mean? You don't have to put your whole lip on the screen. There's no reason for that center lipness. All right. I spent way too much time on that story. All right, now I'm going to give you a treat. I'll make you happier. All right? I'll make you happier. Here we go. Let's pull this up. This is nice. This is a good one. You're going to like me for this one. I'm going to redeem myself from the cow story. I'm going to... I know, the cow story wasn't that bad, but it was stupid. I should have just let it go in 2 seconds. But, you know, there's some jokes in there. I had an utter joke I had to use. No, I didn't know. I didn't know I was going to say that. All right. Now, this is great. I have never seen these sightings before. I told you I was going to give you something to look at before we get into the NASA transmissions. Oh, man. This is great. This is from Science Channel. I can only play a few seconds here and there. You know? I got to keep it... I'm going to give you a bigger screen. Screw it. I don't care. Look at what they see.
There's some kind of reflective structure.
Mission Control asks Commander Brent Jett.
What the hell? You know what I mean? So, I don't know if you've ever seen this before. Doesn't matter when it was. I don't know. It was a while back.
There's some kind of reflective structure.
But they're talking about it, and then there's another one here. This is another good one. Hey, you got Nick Popesicle here. I don't know what it means, but we've got transmissions. I can't do his voice today. I don't think I can do it every day.
That's when things start to really get interesting.
Shut off. He's not a bad guy. Look at him.
Okay, we're seeing 3 or 4 objects.
No, there are 3 objects.
All right, now. All right. Come on. Who's seen this before? Nobody.
Strangely enough, at that point, you have multiple...
That's amazing. That's amazing. They're following them. In space. The final frontier. Look at this.
For 20 minutes, Atlantis tracks the flashing lights across the sky.
Come on. The one up top was going the opposite direction. What is going back? These are going here.
Beaming images back to...
All right. I got to be careful how much I play here, so forgive me not. Here we go. Ding, ding, ding. Come on. Oh, you sons of bees. I guess that's all there is.
We're awash with...
I love this. They're going to do an analysis on a white dot. This is the greatest show I've ever seen. They're going to do an analysis on a dot. How can you do that, Nick?
Stories about unexplained craft. But when you get these from astronauts, you pay a little bit more attention. In the lore...
See, that's good what Nick Pope just said there. When you get these reports from astronauts, you are going to pay a little more attention to it. It doesn't mean they're experts at things in the sky, but they are trained observers, believe it or not. News break here. Shit, this looks pretty bad. Hold on. Whoa. Uh-oh. Wow. Major thunderstorms in your area for the next hour. Okay. Yeah, tell me about it. This is amazing. I love these sightings. This video is from Science Channel. I'll put the links to every video I'm playing here in the show description after I'm done, of course. But
what are termed unidentified flying objects?
They don't know what it is. They did their analysis on it. They said, I can't tell. What do you see? I see a round object and it's white. All right, me too.
This fits the bill.
Anyway, you get the drift. There's some more here. Here's another one.
Because 3 years earlier, shuttle debris brought down the shuttle Columbia.
That happened.
Following what occurred on STS-107.
You know? And now I'm going to show you the most famous one in a second. Not here. It's on another video. Here's this again.
Control, we really want to get pictures like this. If anything...
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. I can't keep showing any more of that. I went way over my limit. Let me pull up another video. This is the most famous one that has ever been seen. Hold on. Where the hell is it? Yeah, here it is. I was going to start screaming because I know I found this video. This is about 2 minutes long, but I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's called Space Runaway Satellite Spotted. Ape. This is from the Associated Press Archive. Why? I don't know. But that's where it's from. Pulling it up. Wait, hold on. Before I pull it up, let me get this queued up. All right, I'm a little nervous. This isn't my video, is it? Oh yeah, here it is. All right, you ready? In 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
When it was about 100 satellite. Again, just.
Oh, I want you to notice something.
100 satellite.
See this here? This is the sun coming up over the earth. Okay? It's just now coming over. The satellite, this is from that STS-90, is it, or 80? Mission from a shuttle way back when a 12-mile long tether broke off and started to drift into orbit, drift in space. And all these objects started just showing up. So check it out. If you haven't seen it, you're going to be blown away. But the reason I'm bringing this part up right here, because it's very important and is probably the reason why we're seeing what we're seeing. You'll see in a minute.
About 100 satellite. Again, just moving into sunrise.
Remember this?
81 nautical miles now from Columbia.
Well, the long line is a tether, and there's a little bit of debris that...
Now, many people over the years have said these are UFOs. 1 to 2 mile wide UFOs. They just appeared out of nowhere. They just appeared out of nowhere. When the tether broke loose and was seen on camera from over 100 miles away. I think right now they're about 60 miles away. You know, it's drifting away. It's not doing the 17,500 miles an hour anymore. You know, it's got a little drag to it, being 12 miles long. So these are ice crystals. I know it's hard to believe, and you don't know. Hey, it is. It's ice crystals, I promise you.
Kind of flies with us, and
it's an illusion, and it's been debunked, and I wish yeah, why is that one flashing? Why is that one going faster? Why is that one going the other way? They're going in all directions. Look, you can see it pass behind it. No, it's an illusion.
100 nautical miles.
It's an illusion, I promise.
Under the body bag, and it only just disappeared in the glare of the sun about 30 seconds ago.
It's muscle milk is what I'm drinking. Thank you. So, it's an illusion. I know, I don't want to be a ball breaker, but this is one of the most famous of all apparent UFOs.
81 nautical miles
You
now
know,
from
I,
Columbia.
look, I don't know if it is. You can see it looks like it's passing behind, right? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. But the weird thing is, none of these UFOs got close enough to the camera. You know, they never got close enough. See, the reason they think they know these are mile long or wide, because you can see here how big this one is. And if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, and it fits in 12 miles, 12 times. So it's roughly a 1 mile wide craft, they're saying. They just popped up out of nowhere, guys. See, NASA was floating around space and using this tether for experiments, right? They were setting it up and it broke. Then the UFOs showed up. The reason there's so many ice crystals, when the tether broke, when it snapped off, all of those ice crystals were probably attached to that breaking point. And when it broke off, it just, poof, you know, and they're swarming all around, close to the camera. That's why all these objects are blurry. You can't see them perfectly. It's because they're looking through them, basically. Anyway, believe what you want. It's ice crystals. I would bet my life on it. All right. I would bet your life on it. I wouldn't bet mine, okay? I'm not 100%. Not 100. You can't be. Nobody can be 100%. And once you accept that, then you could be a researcher. I don't know. COVID. Yeah, did you hear there's an uptick in COVID now? Some parts of the United States, but deaths are still at 0. We have beaten this. There's another strain. We've got to keep trying new strains and scare the public. We're now on, COVID 44? Unbelievable. All right, I'm going to play a few transmissions from NASA. Have you guys seen that movie yet, Ariel? Anybody seen it? Is it worth seeing? Anybody? Because here's the movie. I meant to talk about it real quick. You know, it's $20 though. So if I'm going to spend, okay, for instance, if I'm going to spend you $20, Black Lotus Productions, do you want me to put it to the Ariel phenomenon? Me neither. I don't want to spend more than $5 I don't want to spend anything at all. But Black Lotus Productions, perfect timing with the $20 super chat. Hey, Rich, just wanted to drop in and say hi. Not feeling well, so I can't stick around. Take this for the cause. You take this. Thank you very much. I'm sorry you don't feel well. I hear you, man. I get it. But thank you very much. A continuing supporter of Goof On, a good friend of the show. And I'm glad we are friends. Thank you. I hope you feel better, man. Is everybody getting it again? Because I know the last time you guys got sick all at the same time. Yeah, it's a bizarre. It was a bizarre winter. Remember? Like nobody even talked about the flu. I hope you feel better, Black Lotus Productions. Thank you, Damien. Appreciate it. And de mucho gusto generoso to you, sir. Thanks, man. Yeah, people are still catching this. I know, I'm over it too. Everybody's over it. But now, look what happens. As soon as we get over it, now what? No baby formula. I need my baby formula for my future kid that I'm never going to have. Aerial phenomenon. This movie Who made this movie, by the way? Who made this movie? I forget. It doesn't say. Oh, wait, here we go. A String Theory Films production. I don't like this. Look, your mother's got 19 eyeballs. Let's see. Randall Nickerson's in it. Written by Christopher Seward and Randall Nickerson. Christopher Seward. So it's made by a String Theory film production. Oh, wait, hold on. Directed and produced by Randall. I can't read this. I don't know what the first word says. It looks like it says directed by Randall Nickerson. I don't know. All I know is I heard it's good. Hey, Red Storm. Who's talking about this? Who's talking about COVID? Who's propagandizing? I know that's not me. That ain't me. I know I'm not. No propaganda here. You know it's funny when you have a podcast and you have the chat room. Now, I do this on my own. And Coral's helping me, put up, the funny comments or good questions and whatever, super chats and super stickers. But I don't watch the chat room because I don't have the luxury of listening to somebody else talk. So the only time I can ever watch what's going on in the chat room is when I stop the show and look at it, or if a video is playing that I already know what it's about, I could take a peek at the chat room. So I don't know who's being, and where it's being directed to. So forgive me if I am not 100% right, if I don't ever get that right, because I automatically think people are talking about me. Why? Who else would they be talking about? You know what I mean? All right, let's get to these transmissions. Here we go. So this video is not on YouTube. It's on Tubi. But I still have to give it its fair use. And I don't like that. So I'm already seeing an issue that I can't believe how frustrating this is gonna be. This is terrible. So, when you put your cursor over the red line of a video and it tells you how many minutes you've gone into the video? I put my cursor on the red line and it shows 3 minutes, but when I hit play, it says 9. So now I'm on 8 minutes and it shows 14. And I have a couple of these things pre-marked. Unbelievable. What a strange show tonight, It's already started off weird. This is stupid. This is terrible. All right, here we go. I found one of my things. This is from Shuttle Mission 48. This is the most famous UFO from space video ever seen. One of them, anyway. I think this is the most famous one. I can only play it for a few seconds, but you know what this is. Watch.
Away by NASA as nothing more than ice crystals, whose sudden movement was caused by the release of directional jet nozzles from the shuttle itself. What, though, the mysterious meteorite streaks seen in the same sequence? And what of this counter-explanation to NASA's ice crystal theory by Dr. Jack Kasher, of Nebraska State University.
At least 5 proofs that the objects were not ice particles, therefore spacecraft. And
are you kidding me, this guy? This guy says these are intelligently controlled spacecraft, either terrestrial or extraterrestrial in origin. Now, I've looked at this video, who knows, a lot of times, just like you. And there's a few things that, one major thing that everybody misses except for me, and I don't know why. Now, the video here that they're showing on this movie is darker than the one that I've seen. I don't know why they darkened it out, but I think I do know why. Because they want to make it more UFO than terrestrial, right? It helps with the sales of the DVD. And, you know, whatever. But here you have a guy, a Dr. Jack Kasher, a PhD from Nebraska State University, saying these are intelligently controlled spacecraft. They are not. Now, he's only talking about one object. And if you see where it's paused, where they paused it, you have this here. This is the supposed missile that was fired at the UFO. And then you have the UFO that took off. He's only talking about the one object that moved apparently out of the way of this missile, which is bullshit. It's just another ice crystal. It's just a coincidence that that object was in the vicinity of where this shot upward. What they forget and always fail to tell you about the other 10 or 11 objects out here that are also moving. But not only are they moving in the same direction as the object that went from left to right, but they're moving slower because they're further away from the blast of gas that keeps the shuttle in orbit. So every time they hit the thruster, it blows the crystals. It moves them because they're in the vicinity. And the ones that were on the outer edge, not over here, but way over here, moved a little bit slower than the ones that were closer to the thruster. We can't tell how far, how close, how big, or how small these things are. We just can't. Nobody knows. But what makes sense is ice crystals, and they've seen it many, 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 many times. It matters where the sun is coming up over the horizon, too. It illuminates them. It does. It just does. I don't know why it does, but when the sun is up higher, I guess because the glare is so intense, I guess it hits the crystals a little differently. I'm not so sure. You don't think it would matter, but it does. So this is bullshit. It's all ice crystals. Everybody forgets. And the doctor here, how in the friggin' world does a doctor with a PhD, I don't give a shit if he's an astrophysicist, I don't care if he's a psychiatrist, I don't care if he's anythingist. He is not a UFO hunter. He is not a sky watcher. He doesn't have years' experience staring at the sky, knowing what's out there, figuring things out, seeing everybody's mistakes, failures, including your own. This guy shouldn't be making comments like this. So why did he? Why did he make a comment that these are? How does he freaking know? He doesn't know. He doesn't know. And if you look at him, you can judge a book by its cover in this field. Don't tell me you can't. Oh, you got a jicky-jack salesman right there. Same with this guy. Sorry, I'm just getting a little bit heated up because I don't like people who make claims that they can't prove.
Either extraterrestrial or terrestrial, obviously. That's the dichotomy that
While many still remain unconvinced that the STS-48 footage captured intelligently controlled spacecraft in mid-flight, it was the catalyst that would persuade both UFO researchers and amateur astronomers alike.
Look how dark they are. I know it gets brighter, but they have this extra dark on this movie.
And, as you will learn later, what showed up on the STS-48. footage would prove to have a profound effect.
Unbelievable. I mean, that STS footage changed lives for some people.
And as the sequence rolls, note how the camera on board the space shuttle zooms in on a cluster of anomalous objects which appear to congregate on the Earth's horizon. Interestingly...
Hello? Uh-oh. I better not play this anymore. Something's going on. How do I know? You know why? Because they used to be called ice crystals. And then one day somebody said they were UFOs and it changed everything. That's why. If you look at old NASA footage before they had that supposed firing of a missile at a UFO, they used to talk about those ice crystals. It's just nobody ever brings them up. Yeah, I should do that. I should go back in the NASA archives and get those before they were called UFOs. Just get the guys at NASA talking about the ice crystals, because that's what they used to do all the time. That's why when I saw that video, for those who paid attention to the shuttle missions, always watched them like I did, they used to talk about those ice crystals all the time. It's just nobody ever wants to talk about them, talking about them, because it's much more interesting to think that they're UFOs than just plain old ice crystals near the shuttle or whatever object is out there. Space shuttle, SpaceX, the ISS, Hubble. You know, all these things have ice crystals all over them. Sure, why not? But it's funny how on this one, I think it was 48. Yeah, that's when it changed. But all the missions before that, they were ice crystals. That's why it's so easy. And my point is, they never talk about the other objects. You know what I'm going to do while we're talking? I'm going to look up a better looking video so I don't have to worry about getting copyright shit. Let me pull it up and I'll show you something. And this way maybe you'll see what I mean. I think you know already, but let's see. STS 48. UFOs, I guess. Let's see if it pulls it up. Yep, here it is. Oh, well, no, this is STS 80. I was going to play this one for you. All right, so now that I have that one, let me pull up the other one. Let me see if I can get real quick. STS, yeah, I think I got it here. I think this is it. Oh, this is the actual... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this isn't it. This is the actual coverage of it. Whoa. Wow, this is a really good video. Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at video while I have a show going on. Sorry. Let me see if I can pull it up. This is going to take too long. All right, well, this might be it. No, this is highlights from it. All right, I'm not going to bother. What I'm going to tell you is, it is what it is. I don't know 100%, and I already said that. But like I said, NASA was calling those ice crystals before they were UFOs. That's why I've always been such a stickler about it. Anyway, and they never mentioned the other objects. I'm not saying there aren't UFOs out there. I think there are. All right, let me show you this.
This is an amazing video that I don't know, and I want to say ice crystals, but I just can't. So, look, I'm open-minded, but generally speaking, you know what I mean? It's usually Occam's razor that the most obvious, the most likely answer, or what, you know what it is. I can't think. I just feel like George Bush right now. Watch this. This is amazing. And I played the music. Yeah, nice. Thank you. That hurt. Look at this. What is that guy doing? Is that an ice crystal? Yeah, I'm not so sure that one is. That, my friends, is a bona fide UFO right up there. Yeah, see? Yeah. Pretty cool. Watch. Whoa. What the hell? Bet you didn't see that one coming. Bet you didn't see that one. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. What is going on down here? Is that object slowing down? Is this thing slowing down? Wow. Yep, it slowed down. Well, that solves it there. That is a UFO, my friends. And it slowed down. This one here. That is crazy. Or are we just further away from it at this point? No. Uh-oh. Wait a second. An invisible craft? All right. Now I'm going to prove my point. Why this is not a UFO. How could it be? How could that be a UFO? It's invisible. We're seeing right through it. It's huge. Is it? It's an ice crystal. And the reason it looks that way is because it's out of focus. Because the camera's focusing out here. And it's really close. It's really close. But we'll call it a UFO just for you. Here's your unidentified flying ice crystal object. Oh, what? Hey, yo, Rich, you know UFOs can disappear. They can cloak themselves. Of course they can. They can do it all. Whoa, weren't these just on Earth? They're all taking off? Whoa, Richie, what kind of video you got over here for us, huh? Get this out of here. That can't be ice crystals, my guy. Oh, one just erupted in the middle of the planet over there. Forget about it. Everybody's getting a UFO tonight. Minnesota, Iowa, Kansas, Texas, and Mexico over there. Unbelievable, right? Right? It's a good video. It's a good video. Boston Deadhead with a $5 super dono. 'Cause I don't know nothing. No emoji? Why do I say emoji? No sticker, no comment. It's pure adrenaline, pure love for Goof On. That's a $5 super dono. Thank you very much. Boston Deadhead coming through. Supporting the show. You know, we are a donated, supported show. We go every day. Nobody else does. And I think you're going to be happy what's coming up. I know I keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. But I think you'll be happy once it's all said and done. If you're not happy, then, hey, I don't know what'll make you happy then. But things are, whoa. Huh. Things are moving. Anyway, hey, the Cousins brothers, for those who care, are in California. They are doing another tour of the U.S. They don't know when they're going to come home, but they left, and they're in Monterey, I believe it is. Something like that. Very nice place in California. They're going to meet up with Apala and Dr. J and Michael Schratt, and probably Greer's going to be out there. They're going to meet them and probably get the trilogy started. And a whole bunch of people they're going to meet, and then they're going to travel across to the United States to Washington again, possibly Boston, maybe Florida. I doubt they'll come here. I don't have room for them. All right, have them stay. I don't have the room. Well, I do, but I don't. My bedroom is the office here. I don't have any beds in here, do I? Anybody see any beds? No, we could always get a blow-up mattress. No, Cousins Brothers don't sleep on blow-up mattresses. But they're out there. They're doing their thing again. And hope they're safe and sound. They left yesterday. And I don't think I mentioned it. Maybe I did. I don't remember. I'm looking... Now, these transmissions I have... I mean, it was supposed to be a lot more. I got a couple more here I could play. Yeah, here we go. 15 seconds. Let's see what this one... Oh, this is a... Did I just play this? Hold on, I think I'm doubling over here. Oh, let me see. Oh, yeah, this is the one I just played. Okay, I found it by accident when I was searching for the other video and played it. Okay, is anybody familiar with the R1? Have you ever heard of this thing? Apparently, there's a very, very large object that is in the Kuiper belt. Now, this movie that's from the Science Channel, well, I don't know, it's an 8-minute thing on it, but is an alien spacecraft hiding in the Kuiper belt, NASA's unexplained files, and this is from the Science Channel, so I could just play seconds. But it's very interesting. There's an object out there that's spinning, and it's spinning at 50 miles an hour. And it's a big object. I don't remember how big. I think they said it's the size of Connecticut. It's pretty big. And they couldn't figure out what this object was that was huge and spinning. And apparently looking like an alien ship that was creating gravity. You know how we see in the movies in 2001 A Space Odyssey, the ship and Passengers, if you're familiar with that movie, Rebecca. And, they spin the craft and it creates artificial gravity. That's what they think this object may be, creating artificial gravity for whatever life form is in there. Now, the weird thing is, I think it was NASA that did this. I think it was Lockheed or something like that. I'm not sure. I'll pull it up. But they experimented with artificial gravity. But their experiment is weird. They said it is very difficult for humans to survive in an artificial gravity chamber of some sort. It would be very difficult. And I'll show you why. They explain it really well here. Now, the reason I'm showing you this, because this object is spinning in the Kuiper belt. And they think it's to create gravity for whatever is in there. Now, they don't know if it's human. But because of the experiments they did with artificial gravity, they don't think it can be human, because it's very difficult for humans to hang out in this gravity. It's hard to walk in, and it's hard to recover from. It makes you feel out of touch with reality. You get dizzy, you get sweaty. It's very strange. And here's what they explain. Are you kidding? Oh, it's muted. Jesus, thank God.
They would suspend a test subject sideways, spin the wheel, it's about 40 foot in diameter, have them stand on the inner parts there, and as it went 9 revolutions a minute, was about half of Earth's gravity.
That must have been the weirdest experience. It's like a fairground ride on steroids. I would never get on this thing.
Now, there's a woman who, right here, who actually gets in one of these artificial chambers, artificial gravity environment thingies. But it's pretty good. And she explains what she's feeling and everything. But have you ever seen, I can't speak anymore, something happened. Have you ever heard of a ride? Like the state fair comes into town and they always had a ride called the Rhoda, RHODA. They named it other things, but the thing would spin and the floor would drop and you would be pinned against the wall. It would spin that fast. Yeah, I almost got sucked underneath because I didn't weigh enough and I started sliding down and my feet almost got into where the floor and the wall met. And I almost lost my feet. Almost died. Anyway,
We're just about to start spinning. Alberto, you can start.
Come on, Alberto.
Okay, Jana, we are 10 RPM, which is one complete revolution every 6 seconds.
Kaplan's work has highlighted...
All right, I'm going to point something out. I don't think this is an accurate test. I think this is a stupid test. First of all, they're not going to be an environment where it's spinning like this in a small little thing. They need to build one the size of the spaceship that they want to be in and then do the test. Because if it's a huge centrifuge, is that what they call it? If it's a huge one, you wouldn't feel sick, I don't think. I think you would have more stability and your body would adapt better. But a small thing going like this? Yeah, I'm not sure, lady.
The immense difficulties of creating and surviving artificial gravity.
I don't like it.
Even walking is hard.
When you make a step, your leg is subject to Coriolis force deviation.
The Coriolis force is a bizarre effect that only happens in rotating environments. It causes straight-line motions to bend. And it's not the only problem humans would face in a spinning craft.
So, you would have problems. Never knew this. I didn't. I just figured it would create the gravity, but man, not such a stupid test after all. But I'm saying if you want to do it right, you build one the size of the spacecraft. That's all I'm saying. I know, at least here you get some preliminary results, maybe, I don't know.
We experience motion sickness. There's confusion. The person is, for all practical purposes, dysfunctional.
Yeah, in that... Anyway, I thought it was an interesting experiment. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Can't do it anymore. All right. So, the reason I played you that, because it can't be humans, they're saying now, that are living in that R1 object. They think it's probably some sort of being where the heart and everything is put in the center, but it's covered with tentacles that come out like an octopus, and it can hold itself and it can move in that environment. It was pretty stupid. I mean, that is pretty stupid to think that they have a spaceship that's the size of Connecticut that's spinning 50 miles an hour. And they automatically think it's got to be an alien species creating false gravity. I mean, it's a nice thought. It's a nice thought. And then they said, no, it can't be humans because humans, as you can see in the tests we've done here, wouldn't fare well in that environment. So most likely, so let me get this straight. Since 2001 A Space Odyssey came out and all the other movies that duplicated or replicated or emulated that effect of a spinning spacecraft, none of them thought about the Coriolis effect. None of them thought about the motion sickness. None of them thought about how humans wouldn't survive that well in that kind of environment. None of them, just here, they thought of it last year. The UFO man with a $2 super sticker out of nowhere, just like Batman. Where? Hold on. I'm looking for something and I can't think right now. Thank you very much. Ah, you sister's ass. Sorry. Hold on. I know, right? I am looking for light. There we go. Because I have to go over here to see what your super sticker says. And this is bizarre. All right, let's see what it says. What's your super sticker? I don't see it. It's not showing up. This is bizarre. It's not... Oh, I see Boston Deadhead. Where's yours? Oh, there. It's a thumbs up. Okay, it finally showed up on my screen. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. The UFO man, a continuing supporter of Goof On. $2, two quid. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And a mucho gusto generoso to you, sir. Thank you, everybody, for help supporting the show. I don't know if I got any PayPal. Let's take a look. Doesn't look like it. No PayPal yet. I say yet, but no PayPal. Thank you. Thank you very much. And we're moving on to the next subject. All right. So, how many of you know Roswell? Me too. All right. So, that happened in 47, yeah? First week in January. They found it July. First week. And then what'd they tell us? Spacecraft. Found a flying disc. Right? And then they went on TV and they showed us that it wasn't a flying disc, that it was a weather balloon that had crashed or whatever. And then they're holding up the pieces of this aluminum foil and some particle board and whatever, you know, those beams and whatnot. So I don't know what this is made of, but I'm going to show you something. This looks really weird. There's this weather balloon. I think this is a weather balloon. Let me play it for you. But look at the... Here, just listen to what they say.
Huge empty balloon, here shown while still in its hangar. The inflated balloon is 10 stories high.
That balloon right there is 120 feet. It's 12 feet per story on average, right? So, 100 to 100, that is big. Look at the person down there. Right? Real small. Isn't that a person? Anyway, that's 10 stories. That's a weather balloon. Holy crap. And you guys were wondering? Yeah, these balloons get up to 300 feet. More than that. And they flatten out when they get to the very, very tips of the stratosphere. They look like pancakes. And I think some people mistake those pancakes for disc-shaped objects. Sometimes, not always.
Made of a strong new aluminized plastic.
Aluminized plastic.
Strong, yet only half as thick as the cellophane.
Twice as strong and half the thickness of cellophane. That's thin. Listen.
Only half as thick as the cellophane around a package of cigarettes.
One of the other...
That's crazy thin. That is a real thin... That's amazing to me. Well, it sounds like they're trying to back engineer the alien disc.
strong,
I don't know.
yet only half as thick as the cellophane around a package of cigarettes.
One of the other tapes that our audio technician found is a conversation between Jack James, who...
Pretty wild stuff, though. That plastic, I don't know where they got it from, but maybe it was from a crashed disc-shaped object, and they just somehow... Here, listen to this. And they somehow back-engineered it into this really super strong cellophane.
I'm here at JPL and astronaut John Glenn.
Check this out.
Hello?
Yes, can you read me better now, Colonel?
Yes, hear you loud and clear now, in good shape.
This was an active satellite called Project Relay, which retransmitted the conversation.
Now, I understand we're on rather a long distance hookup.
Yes, sir, I think so. This relay satellite is doing a very good job, is it not?
Well, I was thinking the same thing here. This just sounds like normal telephone conversation. At the time we had our first satellites, I don't think any of us ever thought that we'd be talking to each other via...
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? Back in the 60s. It's only, what, 50 years ago? And they're surprised they could talk to each other so clearly. So clearly. Good English. Yeah, technologies, leaps and bounds, baby, leaps and bounds. Marconi was talking like that back in the, what, 1890s, 1910s? They were talking that good. That well. Well, there's an astronaut. A British astronaut says UFOs are time travelers from the future. Have you heard of this guy? Yeah. Yeah, I got it right here. I'm actually going to play it. Yeah. British astronaut says UFOs are time travelers from the future. Now, let's say this carefully. Not an American. British. Okay? Yeah. What's that? No, they're human. British people. I think I already... Did I play? I didn't play this. No. Check this out.
Radically different. It moves with bewildering speed, with a brilliance that is beyond anything you have ever witnessed. 3 letters immediately enter your mind. UFO. Technically, an unidentified flying object can be anything, but the term has become synonymous with alien spacecraft. Sightings began to appear in the 1950s and continue to this day around the world.
Yeah, where's that guy? Yeah, I don't want to see these. Here we go.
In an interview with the TV show Good Morning Britain, British astronaut Tim Peake responded to questions about UAPs, better known as unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, and offered a particularly bizarre theory. "What's your own theory?" Presenter Richard Madeley asked the European Space Agency astronaut. "Do you think these are things from realms beyond or the development of secret weapons?"
See how fake that was?
The astronaut admitted that having seen some of the UAP videos from the US government, he does not believe they are secret weapons. "I heard a theory," Peake said, "where a pilot was talking, potentially, in the future, and they developed time travel. Is it?"
Wow. This video is actually pretty good. I've never seen it before until today. Have you ever seen this one where it just disappears?
Something that came back from the future. This caused laughter among the commentators of the television program.
Boop.
And the
That's
astronaut...
pretty freaking awesome. And the whole time she's talking, they show it over and over again. I got to tell you, I've captured very, very similar things. Identical, to be honest. And I just dismissed it as a light reflecting the sun, a satellite reflecting the sunlight before sunrise or after sunset. I just dismissed it. I'm telling you, I have some stuff that I must have dismissed and shouldn't have. I know I do.
Admitted that despite
Watch
all
this.
these theories about the nature of these unidentified and unexplained phenomena, ultimately, we do not know their true origin.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now, if you look around here, I want you to look at this. Look around. This is very interesting. This is, oh my God, I used to talk about this with you guys. If you look around, you can see alien faces everywhere, right? Right? Look, here's a man. That's a regular man. Right here is a frog. See the eyes? It even has eyebrows. See this? Right here. This guy right here. It's a frog. Yeah, you can go up here, see some alien eyes right there. Right? Here's a face right here. And there's the nose. There's the man with the mouth and a mustache. Right? Oh, look at this one. Here's an alien wearing some cool glasses. Right? They're everywhere. Look at this one. Look at this guy. Look at those eyes. See? We can do this all day, cuz. All day. It's so easy to pareidolia on this stuff. Look at these. Look at his mouth right here. I love this guy with the glass. Here's a UFO. See? They're everywhere. Anyway, the guy did say he thinks an astronaut said this, even though he's from Britain, that these aliens are time travelers from the future. I didn't say it. He did. It's amazing. No, really. I'm going to show you this video here. I'm just changing the pace of the show right now because it's the last 20 minutes or so. But, usually I play videos like this at the end of the show. And what Joe Rogan's going to say here, this is what I feel like when I'm out in public and I try to be nice. And it doesn't matter how nice you are, for some reason. And this is why I hated Arizona. Arizona has the rudest people I have ever met. California, I don't know about too much. Florida, I haven't met one mean person in a year. In a year, people are so nice out here. It's crazy. It's night and day. But Joe Rogan had a nice little experience. It made me laugh, and it made me think of things that happened to me. And I'm sure some of you guys out there, same thing happens. Watch.
I said hi to some guy the other day. I was walking by him in the hallway of a hotel. I go, "How you doing, man?" And he just stared at me. And immediately I was like, what? I was angry.
Yeah.
You know, immediately, like, part of my instinct was like, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
But then part of me was like, that poor bastard.
Right.
You know, and I went with that poor bastard. Like, oh, that's his life.
Right.
I just said hi. I'm just trying to be nice.
Yeah.
But he, like, looked at me like I was, almost like I was weak for saying hi to him.
Right.
You know? Like,
I was raised to like if I see somebody with bags, I help them, and it makes me feel fucking great.
Yeah, it feels good to help people.
Yeah.
It really does.
And I think I was raised, and that's the thing about being raised Catholic, because I was raised very Catholic. Were you raised Catholic?
I was raised Catholic to first grade. After first grade, we kind of abandoned it. Like, I said hi to some guy the other day.
Just to give you an idea, and this has nothing to do with how old you are, and I'm going to tell you why after I tell you the story real quick. Short. So just to tell you the difference between somebody in their 50s and somebody in their early 20s, mid-20s. Well, my nephew, who's the quintessential millennial, still doesn't work at 30 years old. Several years ago, probably 8 or 9 years ago, we were all out going to dinner and whatnot. I hold the door open for my mother, and he bum rushes past her to go through the door. It's like, I go, what are you doing? He goes, what? You open the door? And I'm like, yeah, for my mother. Or if it would have been for somebody else. I didn't open it for you. I just not aware of his surroundings, doesn't care about anybody but himself, only what is in his little world and his little phone. Everything's in that phone. How's your dinner? Oh, you talking to me? No, I'm talking to your phone. Oh, what? Yes, I'm talking to you. I said, how's your dinner? Oh, I don't know. It's fine. Great conversation. Anyway, Joe didn't say how old the guy was. I'm kind of curious how old that guy was who turned and looked at him that way. So, I saw Post-Disclosure World, who was UFO Jesus, talking about debunking. I thought that was interesting. He says, Chris Spitzer is an excellent debunker. Wow. And you could rest assured he will piss off both UFO believers and UFO skeptics. I kind of brought this up yesterday when I was talking to you guys about debunking. He says, I personally find him more objective than many debunkers in the UFO space. And that is why both sides can sometimes get irritated by him. And Chris Spitzer said this yesterday, which triggered my conversation with you. He says, I tell you why. Because I debunk debunker claims sometimes, and debunkers hate to be debunked. Exactly. He's doing what I do. Debunking debunkers. There's nothing worse than a debunker doing a shitty job debunking, especially when they have to lie. Angry channel. You know? When you have to lie and make up shit, just like the S4, the pin that was on Google Earth. They are still so mad about that. They think they debunked it. And it's like, no, nobody debunked it. Not one person. I don't see how we are so different on this. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. Because then I have to question, well, maybe I'm not as smart as I think I am. You know? It's like, how could I be that wrong that they're so mad they think they're right? So when we put a $10,000 bet out there, third phase of Moon did, I didn't, they did. They put a $10,000 bet that if anybody can, on Google Earth within the next 4 days, put a pin on the S4, since it's so easy for you guys, you say anybody could put a pin there and call it third phase of Moon base, I will give you $10,000. Nobody could do it. People said they did it, but they didn't. They didn't do it on Google Earth on the desktop. Not Google Maps, not Google Earth Maps, not Google Pro this or fuck that. It's Google Earth. The official Google Earth app on the desktop. And nobody could do it. And then they're saying, oh, you must have. The guy who found that pin was a criminal, so there's no way we could trust him. So if let's say I had a record, let's say, 40 years ago I did something stupid, and I capture a UFO on video, it's not real? It doesn't mean anything because, I lost my license or, I got in trouble with the law? How did the two mix in? I never understood that. If there's a history, with somebody hoaxing something, then you can say that. Well, you can see he's a criminal. Criminals always do things like that. And you know who else does things like that? People who were cops. So your theory is bunko. It's people. People do things. And it has nothing to do whether they have a record,
It has nothing to do whether they committed crimes or they're an asshole. What matters is the evidence. That's first and foremost. If you have a perfect video and nothing's wrong with it, and everybody on the planet one day says, wow, it's a UFO. Oh, wait a second. In 1992, he was arrested for shoplifting. Sorry, but that video, it's not good anymore. Are you serious? That's what they're doing. That's what Angry Channel does. And that S4 thing has not been debunked. Good luck. By the way, there's $1 million reward that Third Phase of Moon is putting out for anybody that can bring them evidence of material. If you have some Roswell pieces, I don't know. I think Michael Schratt, I don't know if it's over with, but I think Michael Schratt was in at Roswell, so I think that's over. But they put out $1 million reward to anybody that could have the metals that are impossible to break, rip, tear, burn, or drown. Drown. Yeah, to put up your own money like that for shit that we're trying to get. That's pretty cool. If somebody had that kind of style, I don't know if they're doing it anymore, but they put up $1 million if somebody had any metals from the Roswell craft, from the crash. A lot of people out there think that the UFOs are a threat and they are monitoring our nuclear weapons facilities. I, for one, am not so sure about that. Has anybody ever seen any evidence of that? I'm just curious. Is there evidence that UFOs on video were hovering over any of these nuclear sites? Are there any? Makes you wonder if it's just stories. Propaganda. A narrative they want to create. A threat that we don't understand. And if it's a threat we don't understand, we have to research it. So we're going to need to research it. As far as the government goes, we're going to need funding. So we're going to need Congress to go over this and look it over our evidence, because I'm telling you this, these UFOs are a threat. You see how easy it is? That's all they have to say. That's it. Now there's a threat with zero evidence. No, but they brought down those missile silos. They shut them down. There were 10 of them, Rich. And they're not all connected on the same grid, the same launch grid. So if launch silo number 10 goes out, it doesn't affect number 1. They're all independent, Rich. How did they each go down? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. How? How? UFOs? We saw those lights in the sky, Rich. Did you? Did you get it on? Oh, you must have got pictures. No. Any sound? Did anybody record it with a recorder, maybe? They didn't make any sound, Rich. What color were they? Red? Ah, red. The Ruskies. Yeah, it's gotta be Russia then. It could be Japan, Rich. Whoa, Japan's got UFOs? You see why I don't believe everything? It's all bullshit. I don't care what anybody says. There's no video, there's no evidence that these objects were monitoring our nuclear weapons facilities at all. Sorry, I don't know of any. I don't know of any. And if there is any, I'd like to see it. But here's a little something for you on the topic.
The mystic opinion is that it is a race of intelligent beings from somewhere else who've monitored the Cold War. They know that humankind had for the first time weapons capable of precipitating our own destruction, not only of the civilization that we've created, but radioactively poisoning the planet. Very dramatic developments in human history. I think they're wagging a finger at us and the Russians. We know from documents that were smuggled out of the Soviet Union, actually Russia, by George Knapp, your colleague.
Right.
We know the Russians were having the same problems at their missile silos.
Where's all the videos?
These sightings.
Oh yeah, there's a nice hoax.
Are all about promoting world peace, and that's what
Jeremy
the extraterrestrials
Corbell, where are
want,
you?
and that's what humanity desperately needs.
If we're wrong, it doesn't change anything. But if we're right, it changes everything.
Wow, how prophetic. Even that guy had to say, if we're wrong, it changes nothing. So you're saying there's a chance you're wrong. Chris Spitzer. I'm really, really happy about this next tweet. God, I love tweets. I really do. Especially from Red Rum Joe. Red Rum Joe, man, he'll just believe anybody right off the bat. Really. But he has this to say. He put a tweet up. Nickerson told Post Disclosure, because Nickerson was on UFO Jesus' show. I think there is a smoking gun. I've seen it myself. I've seen videos that are not public, that will soon be public. It's not like there's just one. I think we're going to see a lot this year that we've never seen before. Hey, hello. Hello. We're going on month 7. What are you going to do? You're going to wait for New Year's Eve? We're going to see what? What are we going to see? We're not going to see anything, Joe. Is it Joe? Randy? Randall Nickerson? Joe gives shit. Red Rum Joe. Joe Nickerson. Doesn't matter. What a bold statement from an unbold guy. Here, let me see. Here's what I wrote back. I said, let me guess, Nickerson. Most likely you saw FLIR footage. Right? It was from another country. Smoking gun evidence. Give me a freaking break. You wouldn't know what you were looking at if it was FLIR footage. I'm saying it's probably FLIR footage because no government will show HD 1080 4K footage. Which is true. Why would this guy, is it Phil Nickerson? Randall Nickel. I'm thinking of Phil Mickelson, the golfer. Why would Randall Nickerson, God, some of these names, why would he get to see it? That's a bold statement. And I tell you what, let's hold his feet to the fire till the end of the year. We'll give him till the 31st of December. Yeah, because he said it here himself. It's not like there's just one, he said. I think we're going to see a lot this year that we've never seen before. So far this year, we haven't seen anything. From them. Have we? Smoking gun? What are they trying to do? What is this guy's agenda? Well, it's to make more movies. Unfortunately, he's fallen victim to the how easy it is to make a documentary if you just say something. Just say it. Greer does it. I'm meeting with head officials. I'm meeting with the president. I'm meeting with the vice president. I'm meeting. Where's the proof? Where's the proof? I ask. Greer, where's the proof you're meeting with these people? I have never seen any proof that Greer has ever briefed anybody. Does a lot of this,
but I don't see any. Yeah, I've always said that, regardless of the Cousins brothers. I've said that all along. Well, Mick West really tore it up, for lack of a better term, trying to be funny, and he nailed it. Hit it right out of the park with this one. Another tear in the sky. Yeah, you got that right. He's just busting bowls. Yeah. That's funny, though. How many times have you seen that? I've seen it a ton. It comes from this little picture over here. Let me see if I click on this. Okay. Look at this. See? More digital artifacting. I don't know what's going on. Why this is happening. Anyway, that's the original picture. That's an interesting picture, by the way. Chemtrails, trails. This was an airplane going through here. Look, you can see it busted right through. It's pretty cool. It's a good video. Good picture. I gotta shut that thing off. It's still flashing. There would, oh boy, here's UFO Jesus again with more beautiful words of wisdom. There would be little or no cancel culture if we were able to perceive the karmic debt of all humans just by looking at them. I'm with you. I don't know what it means. Later coming this week, I'll be diving into, somebody's going into the Wilson Davis. They're still talking about these documents. Somebody said, any thoughts or questions? Area 503 says, why would you dive into a document that has been proven to be entirely false? Save your time. Admiral Wilson has categorically denied this meeting took place and even stated, I would not know Eric Davis if I met him in person. Or something like that. Oh, that's interesting. So they removed my tweet. I think I left a tweet. I don't see it. It's not here. Anyway, hey, that's it for tonight. We are officially going to end this, I know I started a little late, but, time is time. And I want to thank everybody for hanging out. It was a pretty quick show. Hold on. I got a message. Yep, let me see. No, there's nothing. I didn't get a message. Why did the phone tell me I did? Let's see. Oh. Tomorrow's going to be an interesting show. I don't know what I'm going to call the show tomorrow, but a lot of you have sent me things that I would like to show or talk about. So tomorrow it'll probably be like fan appreciation night or something like that. I don't know if I remember. But anyway, I want to thank the moderators and super chatters for hanging out tonight. Thank you for everything, keeping the show running smoothly in chat. And Coral, thank you again. I appreciate it. Also, I want to say thank you to the newcomers and the veterans for giving the show a chance and help supporting the show. You can still support the show even after it's over. Facebook? What do they call it? What is it? PayPal, Cash App, or the other place. All the links are in the description and the homepage of Goof On. We will be back tomorrow night, hopefully right on time. Don't forget, no dots. No dots. I owe you guys, too, the Magic 8-Ball. You still haven't done it. Yeah, I meant to do that. Send me any evidence to goofonradio@gmail.com. Again, no dots. That's goofonradio@gmail.com. Appreciate it. And that's it. So we are... And we think we are. Truthology for ufology, right? There it is. That is true. And with that being said, thank you very much. Enjoy your evening, and we will see you tomorrow night. Goof on!